W.E.B. DuBois study, The Philadelphia Negro, at 125 still explains roots of the urban black experience. Sociologist Elijah Anderson tells why it should be on more reading lists. W.E.B. We spoke with Elijah Anderson, Sterling Professor of Sociology and African American Studies at Yale University, about the importance of DuBois' seminal study and why it's still relevant for Philadelphians 125 years later. Family portrait of W.E.B. DuBois, his wife, Nina, and their baby son Burghardt in 1898. DuBois Papers, 1803-1999. Special Collections and University Archives. University of Massachusetts Amherst Libraries. He realized that the so-called benevolent despots may not be so benevolent after all, focusing on their own financial interests. He declares that there is, in fact, no benevolent captain of industry, because if such a person existed, he wouldn't let these black boys and girls fester in poverty and crime. DuBois' ethnographic descriptions of black people living in isolated communities after the end of slavery and migrating to these cities presages the dire conditions in inner-city communities of today, many of which are still largely black. In the context of white over black, each successive wave of immigration from Europe since the end of the Civil War typically worked to undermine the position of the emerging black middle class. Streetwise focuses on the sociology of gentrification and its implications for both white and black people living in gentrifying neighborhoods. Most recently, in 2022, I published Black in White Space, a fine-grained ethnographic portrait of how systemic racism operates in everyday life. W.E.B. DuBois study, The Philadelphia Negro, at 125 still explains roots of the urban black experience. Sociologist Elijah Anderson tells